I don't know if your brain is scrambled from all of the Molly you take, but I never said that. That was actually pretty good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zhariya Smith, and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. So if you guys like that, you just happen to love my gorgeous Euphoria glam today, make sure to subscribe down below and hit the notification bell to get notified every single time I post, which happens to be on Mondays and on Fridays. And with that said, let's get on to this video. I couldn't do a Euphoria video and not have Euphoria makeup, so this is actually a Maddie makeup look. I'll show you the inspo, the result. I think I did pretty good for the effort. But anyways, I'm making a video about Euphoria today because I've noticed a little bit of discrepancy. Is that the right word? A little bit of hostility in the Euphoria fandom as of recent. On TikTok, I'm on Euphoria TikTok, I will say. And there are 3 different categories of fans that I've noticed. So we have the normal fans. I feel like I fall into this category. Normal fans are just, they watch the show, they watch the whole show, they like it, and they don't, talk trash about it, or they just praise the soundtrack, the acting, or whatever, but they're very pure people. Next we have aggressive fans, and aggressive fans are very distinct. I saw one TikTok and it was like, if you don't know what song this scene is from in Euphoria, then you're not a real Euphoria fan, and the person was being serious. They tend to gatekeep the show. I've seen so many people saying oh, Euphoria isn't for normies. I hate that the normies have found Euphoria, as if Euphoria isn't literally a mainstream TV show. And next we have the people who barely watch the show. These are people who, I saw one comment and a person said that they didn't know that Jules was trans. How? Literally how? That's literally a plot point in the TV show, in Jules' episode. I don't understand how you wouldn't know. And that's the general consensus about the fans. Let's talk about the characters. I have strong opinions about the characters of Euphoria, and we're gonna get into it. So first I have listed is McKay. McKay is the worst character in the show. And you might be saying oh, well, Nate exists, or I don't know, Daniel exists. No, McKay is the worst character in the show. I've met way too many McKays, and I just don't vibe with it. Next we have Nate. I think that Nate, I do find Jacob very attractive. But aside from that, Nate is a toxic man. He is scary. I think that he is just very confused and very clearly the boy has trauma. Next we have Jules. I think Jules is very toxic for Rue. People like to be oh, Jules is such a cute relationship, but no, they should not be together. They should barely even be friends. But it seems like she only cares about herself in instances. And she, in a way, she's kind of like Rue, because you can tell she's very she escapes her life constantly. Maddie, I have my Maddie makeup on, so clearly I love Maddie. But she's in a toxic relationship, and it sucks seeing a person go downhill and see them struggle in a relationship that isn't good for them. Rue is a good character, but she's a drug addict, kind of crazy, and is way too dependent on Jules. Is a horrible friend, but typically that's how drug addicts are. So I don't know how to Next we have Cassie. Cassie is best character in the show. I love her. Her character goes through so much, but she's just so good. Lexi, I feel like she just cares a lot about Rue. There is a theory that Lexi is in love with Rue that I'm going to get into when I talk about the conspiracy theories about Euphoria. But she has some character development. I hope that she has her own episode in the next season for sure. Next we have Fezco, or Fez. I love Fez, but he's a drug dealer, and he literally beat a person to a pulp. Oh, by the way, this is spoiler alert warning. But he really beat a person to a pulp, threatened to murder. So he's not necessarily the best person, but he's, cute. He reminds me of Mac Miller, honestly. Ethan, best male character in the show. So pure, so nice. He just wants what's best for Kat, and Kat is such a mean person. Next to Kat, I don't like Kat. First of all, Kat is literally committing a crime throughout the entire show. She found new confidence and then apparently decided to just be mean to her friends. And I understand like being confident, like or whatever, but like there's a difference between being confident and then being like deliberately rude and like horrible. We don't vibe with that. But let's get into the conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories. So I'm going to talk about it. First theory is that Rue is dead. Now there's some people that say Rue is dead throughout the entire show. This is because Rue is kind of like an omnipotent character. She knows things that she really shouldn't know. And is speaking to the audience very obviously. But I know like a lot of shows have like narrators like that, like, you know, Deadpool. But also I think that the number of times that people allude to her death and be like, I thought that you were dead, or like, surprise, I'm not dead. Like the amount of time that she's talked about death in relation to Rue, I feel like it would mean that she's dead. But Sam Levinson did say that she did not, that she isn't dead. But I do think that at the finale she does overdose, because if you look at it, like if you watch the final scene of All of Us covered, like I don't know how you would think that she didn't overdose. But next. This is my personal theory. I haven't seen many people talk about it. But in my personal opinion, I think that Nate and Jules are supposed to be together. Now, do I think they will be together? No. But if you think about it, when Rue describes what Nate's perfect girl is, and this is in reference to Maddie, you start to realize that, like, when we first see Jules, that is how she looks. I think that, because, like, as you know, like the first scene that we see of Jules, Nate and McKay are catcalling her. We hate McKay. But, and then she falls off her bike. But I feel like that Nate, like, would have cheated on Maddie with Jules for sure. And I think that after he found out that his dad had intercourse with her, he immediately got angry and pissed and blackmailed her, trying to make her life, like, horrible. And I think that he hates her in the sense of that she slept with his dad, but then I think that he loves her in the sense of she is so open, and he talks so highly about her when she's not in the room, like speaking to Rue about how like Jules is gonna like leave this small town, but Rue's gonna stay here. So clearly he like has some sort of like somewhat admiration towards Jules. Do I think they're gonna get together? No, but would I love it? Yes. Next, we have that Nate is a serial catfisher. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this, but I feel like that the way that he treated the Jules situation was a little bit too deliberate. The fact that he had multiple pictures of phallic things on his phone, on top of, you know, him literally having that app for gay people to meet. And you could see whenever Jules texts him, he smiles. It could just be because he's like wanting his revenge. But I genuinely think that like Nate has been doing this because in Nate's episode, we find out that he knows his dad's cheating on his mom like when he's young and is watching all these videos. It has to be traumatizing and has to make him have some sort of hatred towards his dad. And he probably wants to protect his dad because Nate is a protector. So I think that Nate is doing this to multiple people. We've seen him stalk the guy who pretended to have intercourse with Maddie and literally put him in jail. He's so crazy. I think that he's done it a lot and we just don't know it. Next, we have the Lexi's in love with Rue plot. I don't know about this. I think that it would make sense in the sense that she looks at Rue like in such a loving way. When Lexi tells Jules that Jules is the reason why Rue is sober, like she looks genuinely upset that like she couldn't do that for Rue instead. And I know it's rumored that she's gonna have a love interest in season 2, but I don't know. And also their childhood best friends, but if you know any literally coming of age LGBT story, it's always the best friend you end up being in love with, you know. But either way, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. As it really helps small channels like mine, make sure to subscribe down below for more videos. Leave a comment on your opinion about Euphoria, and with that said, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.